Welcome to Second Chance Garage. Okay, this is the same trailer, but okay, I got this on here for my boat. I've got multiple platforms I welded on here for winches. These two holes are for the 1,500-pound winch. Like I said before, this is for the 3,000-pound winch that slides on. This is for the boat. And what I'm thinking about doing is going and getting me some round pipe and welding onto the side right here, and doing that about halfway back so there's round pipe on there, and then going to a tent place and having them make a tent that'll fit with just kind of like a pop together, get like three pop together rails, and then that way you could anchor your tent. Probably have to put hooks down here on this somehow, so that way you could throw a tent on it and anchor it down, and you'd have this much of it, or well, you could make the tent as big as you wanted to, because you could put anchor points right here on the fenders if you wanted, fender rails. But the point is, I was thinking probably from fenders up and have it to where I can have a tent. So then that way, if I go camping, I can throw the tent poles and the tent in the back of the truck, and then I can take four-wheelers, kayaks, whatever I want on the trailer, my boat, whatever, on the trailer. Then when you get there, you can just set your tent up and have it come over the rails. And you could even get one of those little wood-burning tent stoves if you're camping in the wintertime, or if you think it's going to be cold. And then you could just throw like a piece of indoor-outdoor carpeting down for the floor, and then put your tent up on your front half of your trailer. So it'd be 82 inches wide, and it would be probably 10 feet long or so. I don't know what that pace is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it'd be about, well, I think it's actually more like 7 feet. So it'd be 7 feet this way to the wheel wells about, and then it would be almost 8 foot wide. I think it's 82 inches between the rails. And that'd be big enough. You could put a little two-person cot in there, and you could put your wood-burning stove in there, and then you'd have the whole back to set up your chairs and your little kitchen and whatever you wanted to, So that way, if you wanted to take your boat, you could, or if you wanted to take your kayaks or four-wheelers or dirt bikes or whatever, And if I wanted to make the tent bigger, I could. I could rig it to where it would come back to here, behind the wheel wells, like this. So it would be probably every bit of 14 feet long and 8 foot wide. You could make the tent that big, and then put your anchor points on here, onto this, and then have, pipes running across it, and just throw your canvas over the top and hook it onto your rails on the bottom. Or as far as that goes, maybe even inside the wheel wells, up here, so you could hook them. And that way you'd still have from here back that you could actually walk out without getting into the mud in case it's raining or whatever. So you have a huge tent, and then you could put all your kitchen stuff in there. You could have your cots in there. You could, and then you still have this much of a deck where you could set with chairs. You build your fire off of it. It's just something I've been thinking about. So that way, if you're going to go out for 3 or 4 days, you're going to take your kayaks. Say you're going to take your kayak, you want to take your scooter, you know, and stuff like that. You could just throw the canvas bag with all the poles right in the back, load whatever you wanted to on here. So you got 4-wheelers. You could throw your 4-wheelers on there, strap it down, strap them down, you know, nose to tail, and then just throw all your camping gear in the back of the pickup truck, or even in a box on the tail, and strap it down, and pile firewood up underneath the toolbox. Getting kind of dark out here, but yeah, pile firewood up underneath the toolbox and stuff if you're gonna have a fire and stuff. Getting a little out of focus. So anyway, I mean, I may never do it, but I did see where they do have on the internet, they do have one called Tent Trailer, I think. No, TrailerTent.com. And they got a little utility trailer, and it's probably 6 foot by 8 foot or something, little utility trailer. And they got the tent that fits on there and stuff, but I would probably go to some tent manufacturing place, so that way I could have it custom made to my trailer and, you know, that kind of stuff. But anyway, it's getting out of focus and it's getting late, getting dark. So anyway, I thought I'd tell you that's kind of what I was thinking. So that way, if you're going to go, let's face it, gas prices are out freaking outrageous right now. So I live in central Illinois. But if I wanted to go down to, say, the Badlands in Indiana, it's an off-road park. It's not that, you know, it doesn't take that far to get there, maybe 3 or 4 hours. But the problem with that is the fuel prices, and they got a campground down there now. Years and years ago when I first started going, they didn't have them. Well, now they got a big campground down there. So you could actually camp right there on the place. But the more weight you drag, you know, the more it's going to cost you. So anyway, it's one of those things. 5 of one, half dozen of the other. Yeah, I can put a rack on the top of the truck and haul kayaks up there. I can get my 10-footer in the back of my pickup truck. I've done it before. And it drops right in here, and it slides right underneath that bed, and I slide the tire over here, and it fits perfect, and I can just run a strap and hold it. But if I got 2 of them that are 10 foot long, well, that's where you run into the problem. So anyway, I did have a ladder rack that I'd made up. I mean, a big rack I had made up, a wooden one, and so I could put them up there, but, you know. So anyway, I got options, but I just thought I would tell you this is kind of what I'm thinking about doing. So if I'm going to go all the way down, say I'm going to go down to Fern Cliff, we'll say. That's like 6 or 7 hour drive in southern Illinois for us. So say I'm going to go down there. I would take this with me, and then that way if I wanted to take my boat or I wanted to take the 4-wheelers, or you know what I'm saying. So anyway, it's kind of something that you could think about, you know, but I need my trailer to be multiple functioning. I got to use it for hauling brush, I got to use it for hauling cars, I got to use it for hauling tractors, I got to use it for hauling boats. I don't want to have 15 trailers that I have to pay get tags for, because this is Illinois and they're pretty proud of this crap. So anyway, if you like it, subscribe. Sorry that I'm out of focus. Second Chance Garage out.